Rumi's mornings were always quiet. She liked the smell of coffee, the sound of her son's laughter, and the calm that made her believe tomorrow would always be the same. Rumi checks her emergency kit. Flashlight, canned food, water. Her son, Kenji, laughs. Mom, why do we need all that? There's no earthquake coming. Rumi smiles, a gentle, knowing look in her eyes. We never know love. We don't prepare for what's certain, we prepare for what's possible. She closes the kit, placing it neatly in the corner, a silent guardian in their peaceful home. The first shake was small like a whisper. Then the whisper roared. The ground moves violently, a sudden, terrifying lurch. Rumi, reacting with instinct honed by preparation, grabs her son, pulling him under the heavy dining table. Stay down. Don't move. She shouts over the growing chaos. Cabinets fly open, their contents crashing to the floor. The lights flicker and die, plunging them into a disorienting darkness pierced only by the sound of shattering glass. The camera trembles, mirroring the world falling apart around them. Her son cries, his small body shaking with fear. Count with me, Rumi says, her voice steady. Despite the terror. 1, 2, 3. Her counting is drowned out by the deafening sound of collapsing walls. The screen fades to black. When Rumi wakes, she's covered in a thick layer of dust, coughing, disoriented. The silence that follows the roar is almost as terrifying. The world has been remade into a landscape of ruin. Her house is half gone, the familiar lines of her home erased by destruction. Panic claws at her throat as she realizes Kenji isn't beside her. Kenji, where are you? She calls out, her voice raw with desperation. She scrambles through the debris, her hands raw, her heart pounding. Then, a faint sound. She finds him, trapped under a fallen beam but alive, miraculously safe. She pulls him into her arms, holding him tight, trembling with a mix of relief and shock. You're okay. Dot, you're okay? Her eyes land on the bright red emergency bag, dusty but visible in the wreckage. She grabs it, pulling out water, the flashlight, and the first aid supplies. In the Charles, what she prepared in peace saved her. Preparedness wasn't fear. It was love for the people who depended on her. In the days that followed, that love became a beacon. We see Rumi using a small camp stove from her kit to boil water. A simple act of civilization in a world thrown back to basics. She shares her canned food with neighbors who lost everything, her small store of supplies becoming a lifeline for many. At night, the beam of her flashlight cuts through the darkness, a tool for survival as she helps search for others trapped in the rubble. A neighbor, watching her, looks on in awe. He thought of everything. Rumi shakes her head, a tired but resolute look on her face. Not everything, but enough to start again. They find refuge in an evacuation center, a crowded space filled with the lost, the injured, and the scared. Amid the quiet hum of shared grief, Rumi comforts a crying child, a stranger's child. With the same tenderness she shows her own son. It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too, she says softly, her voice a soothing balm. But we'll be okay. Her strength wasn't loud or boastful. It was quiet, the kind that keeps others standing when their own legs have given out. She begins to gather small groups, using what's left of her supplies as teaching tools. She shows them how to prepare their own emergency kits for the future, turning her personal foresight into a lesson for the community. We can't control the ground, she explains, her voice firm with conviction, but we can control how ready we are when it moves. Weeks turn into months. The landscape of destruction slowly gives way to the first signs of rebuilding. Rumi works alongside volunteers, clearing debris from what was once her street. Amidst the wreckage of her own home, she finds her old emergency kit, dusty, battered, but still intact. A faint smile touches her lips. You saved us once, she whispers, running a hand over its surface. You'll stay with us again. The experience has transformed her. She starts a community workshop, not just about supplies, but about awareness, about connection, about resilience. Rumi didn't rebuild just her home. She rebuilt her faith in tomorrow, one plan, one act, one heartbeat at a time. The sun sets, casting long shadows over a half-built home. Rumi stands, looking out at the horizon, a new sense of peace settling over her. The earth will always move. The question is, will we be ready to stand again?